Today's Detroit, and today, Detroit's population is about 630,000. Of that 630,000, the amount of registered to vote is 518,000. Out of that number, only about 70,000 people voted. They didn't promote it on the radio. There were no Google ads popping off. Why is that? Why don't people in Detroit give a fuck about Detroit, and is Detroit a lost cause?
That's a slump question, bro.
A slump question?
That's a slump question. What the fuck are you talking about? What the fuck are you talking about? What? So listen, black people all across this country are under, so people say black people are miseducated. Black people, to suggest that a person is miseducated, it implies that a person has had any degree of real education provided to them to begin with.
Right.
Black people are not miseducated anymore. They're undereducated, and most of it is because of their own unwillingness to research and to learn and to seek out knowledge in a real way. At your phone, these phones, right? So you would think black people would be smarter because they have more knowledge at their fingertips.
Right.
They have the access to it, right? But black people don't place, by and large, we don't place any real emphasis on education. And then the education that we do have, it doesn't allow us to utilize our natural born skill set to elevate our position. The curriculums that black people in the ghettos across the country are exposed to are a slave-making curriculum. It is not a curriculum that teaches us to be entrepreneurs. It's not a curriculum that challenges us to be innovators. It is a curriculum that's based on and situated around trying to train us to work for somebody else. So when you have an education system that is based on all the wrong things or all the things that make them a drone or make them a pawn on somebody else's chessboard, what do you expect to do when they've never been conditioned and trained, or they're being programmed to work for somebody? They've been programmed to fill out a job application. When you go to the suburbs, whether it's Atlanta or Detroit or whatever, them white folks ain't training their kids to fill out no job application. They train their kids how to be entrepreneurs, how to hire people, how to situate people, how to use people for their own gain and benefit. Right? Black people, our whole education system, right? And I'm gonna get to the whole voting thing. Because we don't see where or how voting is going to change our situation. And then we're being fed the whole concept that no matter who's in office, no matter who you vote for, we still gonna get the short end of the stick. And most politicians, they pimp the system. Most politicians were either preachers, especially in the great city of Atlanta, right? Most of these black people who are in office, they're not black psychologically, bro. And once they get into office, they become most of these were undercover Uncle Tom before they even got in office. But most politicians get into politics for selfish personal gain, not because they really have an altruistic view on life or how to change something for the people who put them in office. And once they get in there, it's like the Illuminati. Once they get in there, they start doing strange things, you hear me? And they fall into the system because it's hard for them to buck that. So black people in the city, Detroit is a chocolate city. DC is a chocolate non-city, but nevertheless, Oakland, California is a chocolate city. So the whole thing, wherever you find blacks, you're going to find undereducated. You're going to find people who don't appreciate, by and large, the privilege of what it means to vote and how much death and destruction that our ancestors and forefathers and foremothers had to go through in order to even give us the right to vote. So a lot of us are miseducated and it was by design.
Right.
Just don't give a fuck about no vote. Just don't give a fuck about their own kids. Will have kids and leave them to fend for themselves. Listen, if you are black and you live in an urban environment, move out and leave them to themselves. Don't try to save and rescue them. If you are a person of any intellect whatsoever, get the away from them other. You're going to die trying to be pro-black. Get your kids and get the home. Once they clean that up, go back.
No facts.
I got my kids got the phone.
Hey.
I ain't trying to hear that shit. Black people are not going to change. Black people are not going to stick together. Black people are not going to band together. And black people don't even understand what our common thread is anymore, bro. We don't give a fuck about each other. We don't give a fuck about each other. We don't protect each other. We don't protect our women. We don't protect our kids. We don't protect the elderly no more. Listen, I said something about gangs in Detroit. Very unpopular statement. There used to be a symbiotic relationship between gangs in the hood and the neighborhoods they lived in.
Right.
Gangs used to be a source of protection for the hoods. Gangs, there was an understanding. When you go across in the suburbs and rob that bank or rob that armored car or stick that white up, when you come back running over here, we're going to tell them you went that way when you went that way. Because gangs were looked at like Robin Hood figures. Nowadays, all gangs do is prey on the people who live in the communities that they operate in. So my thing is, black people need to take responsibility and accountability. If you're looking for Donald Trump, Mickey Mouse, or Daffy Duck to come down with a policy that's going to save you from those sales, who are they saving you from? Right? So when you walk outside, you ain't worried about the Ku Klux Klan. You ain't worried about no skin here, even though they do exist. You worried about a who look just like you trying to relieve you of the shit you got. Black people are sitting back waiting for the white man, the same white man who you said, who's the devil-made manifest. You waiting for the devil-made manifest to give you a solution to the problem of you killing your self. That's the stupidest, most retarded. Is retarded a word?
It's retarded.
Retarded is.
Put it on a t-shirt.
Yeah. See, black people problem is we think we know every goddamn thing. These don't know shit about how to be. Period. You waiting for the white man to come to Chicago. You waiting for the white, like, oh, don't bring that federal troops to Chicago. Man, go in there and clean that shit up so the leader that can walk across the street without getting shot at.
Yeah.
Right? All the white men trying to do what you gonna do. Not a thing. You just gonna sit and use all that crime for your 501Cs. You're gonna use all that shit to go like y'all helping the community and talking to the young kids. Y'all want that shit to stay like that so y'all can use y'all 501Cs to get that goddamn money for acting like that you a liaison between the streets and law enforcement or the mayor or the city council in these respective cities. Man, listen. Are in trouble. It ain't getting no better. It ain't gonna get no better. It's gonna get worse before it get better. I'm waiting for Jesus to come down here and clean house.
Hey.
Ain't nothing gonna say these. Listen, Jesus. Which camera was Jesus in?
All of them.
Jesus everywhere.
Yeah.
Hey, Jesus, what the you waiting on? If you coming, bring that.
Free game alert. That ugly money.